The Camel and the Baby, a heartwarming tale about purpose and belonging in a quiet corner of the city zoo, where the sun peeked through the tall trees. There lived a mother camel and her curious little baby camel. The baby camel was playful and full of questions. She loved exploring every corner of their home, but something always puzzled her. One sunny morning, as her mother rested in the shade, the baby camel finally asked, "Mother, why do we have humps on our backs?" The mother camel smiled warmly. "Well, my dear, our humps are special. They store water, so we can survive in the desert without drinking for days. That's what makes us camels so strong and special." The baby camel nodded thoughtfully, her eyes full of curiosity. "What about our feet? Why do we have such round, wide hooves?" "Ah," replied the mother, stretching out her legs so the baby could see. "Our hooves are made for walking on the soft sands of the desert. They spread out so we don't sink into the sand. It's like having shoes made just for the dunes." The baby camel blinked her long eyelashes as she thought for a moment. Then another question popped into her head. "And why are my eyelashes so long and pretty, Mother?" The mother laughed softly. "Oh, those beautiful lashes are your shield. They protect your eyes from sandstorms and dust. In the desert, the wind can blow strong and sand can sting, but our lashes keep us safe." The baby camel's eyes widened with amazement. "So, we're perfectly made for the desert." "Yes, we are," her mother said with pride. "Our bodies are built for long journeys under the hot sun, crossing endless sands. It's what makes camels strong and resilient." The baby camel grew quiet for a moment, her little brow furrowed in thought. Then she looked around their enclosure, the small pond, the sandy patch, and the tall fence that kept them in. "Mother," the baby said hesitantly, "if we are so perfectly made for the desert, why are we here in a zoo?" The question caught the mother camel by surprise. She opened her mouth to answer, but no words came out. She looked at the baby and then at their surroundings, realizing she didn't have a good answer. They were not in the desert where their humps, hooves, and eyelashes were needed most. The baby camel tilted her head. "Don't we belong in the desert? Shouldn't we be using our strong hooves to travel far and our humps to help us survive under the hot sun?" The mother camel sighed gently, sadness in her eyes. "You're right, my little one. Our strengths are meant for the desert. Sometimes, we end up in places where we don't get to use our gifts. But even here, we can make others happy by showing them how incredible we are." The baby camel thought about this for a while and then smiled. "Maybe one day we'll go to the desert where we can run far and free, Mother." The mother smiled back and nuzzled her baby affectionately. "Maybe we will, dear one. Until then, we'll do our best to share our strength and bring joy to those who visit us here." The baby camel snuggled close to her mother, feeling comforted by her words. Even in a zoo, the baby camel knew she could still shine. But deep in her heart, she dreamed of a wide, endless desert where she and her mother could roam, strong and free, as they were meant to be.